taking a look at a El Primo grape. And this is one grapevine planted. I planted this about a year and a half, year and 3/4. And this is on a large trellis, one vine.
Here, I'm gonna show the vine in perspective. It is on a very, very large trellis. And this is one grapevine.
And we trained it pretty well, but these clusters, I mean, we're in Florida, zone 10A, almost 10B. And I mean, it's
Look at this one. Look at this cluster.
It's just something. This is a juice grape. We're eating fresh grape. Not a muscadine.
Look at those clusters.
Not a muscadine at all, and it's just everywhere.
There must be over 100 pounds of grapes in here.
Yeah, you gotta come down here and take a look at some of these that are just dancing in the sunlight.
These are gonna get sweeter.
They're just dancing, it's just whomping.
This is crazy, look at these.
It's just out of this world, everywhere you look.
Wow.
Just out of this world. What a beautiful planting.
I'm gonna come there on the other side.
You can see here.
That's the width of it.
You can see here, if you want to take a look, there's our main vine where we've trained it along.
This is where it starts. It's not even that big, it's just very vigorous. Il Primo, originally we got it from Paul Zamota. It has something that he calls, and breeders call hybrid vigor. That's why it's so crazy prolific and it grows like nuts. I'm just in awe at how much fruit is here. That's why I can't speak so well. They are starting to turn. Paul always explained to us that it is best to prune the leaves to expose some of the grapes to sunlight, which is tricky because obviously some of the birds and critters get to them easier when you prune back. But what happens is when you prune back and allow the sunshine to touch the fruit, the sugars in the fruit concentrate more and you'll get better sugar content in the grapes.
And what's so fortunate for us is this grape, it's good actually. And you have setting fruit, flower, unopened flower, and then a second and third crop actually coming.
And this is on its own roots. This is a cutting of Il Primo, and it grows totally fine in Florida without any special soil requirements or rootstock requirements, just on its own roots.
We have them at the nursery.
Which is crazy for a bunching grape. And we've been propagating this variety in particular over others that we have gotten from Paul because we think that it has the greatest potential because it's so easy to grow and it's so productive and it's very fast growing. So there is this trellis is oversized. It originally was intended to be a tentura trellis for training a fruit tree method that they use a lot in Australia and in other places where there's high winds. It would be a suitable way of growing things also in Florida to protect them from hurricane damage. But this was a project that didn't come to fruition, and just to use the trellis and not have it empty, we decided to plant this grape here. It's pretty big. Just in a year and a half. It definitely needs a little bit of trimming of these shoots that are coming off. Paul has a really good video where he explains how to prune grapes properly and what shears to use and whatnot. I have to get close one more time. This cluster here is my favorite because it has the shape actually of the grape bunches like you would see in cartoons. These as well. These are crazy.